everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry, but I haven't been on my channel for I think a month now. The excuse that I have for that basically is I started university back up again, and so the last month, like September, has been insane with school. So that's why I haven't been making videos or uploading or anything like that. October 1st, I put my pump back on and I forgot how much I loved it. So I have my pump now, but I'm gonna get into the video that you actually came here to watch, which was talking about my slipstream experience for 2019 at Algonquin at Arrowhawk Camp. That was a mouthful. It was really fun. I loosely vlogged it, so I'm gonna be talking about my experience here, but I have like some clips and videos and things like that to insert. But I got there, my dad dropped me off. When I got to the main cabin, I had all of my stuff. I got to register, sign in, all that stuff, choose my cabin. So I went into an all-girls heated cabin, which is called the TP Heights. After that, I went into the actual main cabin because the sign-up thing was on the outside. Went into the main cabin and I got to meet a whole bunch of people. They took my picture like on a little Polaroid thing, and I got to say when I was diagnosed. And then I made my way up to my cabin, and my cabin wasn't like super far away, but it was on a hill, so like my blood sugar always went low whenever I would go up the hill, which was funny. I got in there, I got to meet some of the girls, and like, if you know me in real life, I can be really shy at the beginning of meeting me. So that's kind of what was happening. I was just like a little shy when I got to meet the girls, but they were all really nice. So the whole group of us went down to the main cabin after we were all like situated and everything. And we went and had dinner, and we got to meet some more people, and they did like a little like fashion show for the Connected in Motion merch, which was really fun, but it was like a strip tease because like Slipstream, right, is like all adults, so it was lots of fun. And then they had like a dinosaur type of thing. I'll insert a clip of all of that. The food was so good this entire weekend, and it was so good that I didn't even get a clip of it or a picture, because every time that we'd have a meal, I would be so hungry. Like that's all I could think about was actually eating the food. After that, we had a bring your own booze and cheese night, and it was really funny because I didn't think to bring booze because I didn't think like a lot of people would. I was wrong. Everybody else did, and I didn't have any. So I just like drank tea. If you've never had a sleepover with a whole bunch of like diabetics, the experience that happens at nighttime is just funny, because I didn't realize how many like beepers and like rappers you would hear in the night, because people are going low or they're going high, and their CGMs are going off, their pumps are going off. And so getting used to that was it was funny. Like the experience itself was funny. Some people got mad about it, but I thought it was funny because all you'd hear is like somebody beep, and then somebody would sigh and roll over, and all you hear would be like a Dex Tab rapper. The next morning I got up at 7. I went down to the main lodge, had a coffee. It was raining, so that kind of sucked because for Saturday it did rain the whole day or most of the day. But then I went to archery, and I'll insert a clip here of archery because I love archery. Like archery at camp is my favorite thing, and so it was really fun to do that. I don't know what else to say about archery. After that, I was supposed to go to another panel, but I decided that I didn't really want to go to that panel, so I just didn't do an activity. And they had a girl there named Erica who is like big on Instagram. She's like a life confidence coach. I literally hung out with her for an hour and a half, and we talked about life and about my dreams and my goals and my ambitions and type 1 diabetes and being body confident. And I cried. She made me cry, but like in a good way, because like it helped me really think about what I want in my life. It just changed my life. So after lunch, I was gonna go on the Voyager canoe and hike, but they canceled the hike, and I didn't really just want to sit in the canoe while it was raining. And also like I canoe quite a bit because I really like camping and canoeing and hiking and things with my family and my friends. So I decided to do something that I wouldn't have regularly had the opportunity to do, and I went to this session called Zoning In on Your Insulin Dose. And that if anything from this weekend literally changed my life. I learned about eating low GI foods, like how to make my blood sugar stop from going like a roller coaster and crazy, and how to like get it steady, learning that I was probably taking too much insulin, and learning about like the science and the biology of insulin, because I don't have a background in that. So it was really nice to just like learn more about that. And then the next panel that I went to was called Type 1 Diabetes, Food and Body Image. She talked about eating disorders and diabulimia and like mindful eating and all of this like really important stuff to me that really did help me, because I've heard it before and everything, but to be in a room with like a whole bunch of type 1 women, and then also like a woman who is a therapist who does this for her living, who has type 1, I don't know, it just like, it helped me understand it a little bit better and like how to be nice to myself, basically. So after that panel, it was time for dinner. So I went to the dining hall. Couldn't remember what it was called. I went to the dining hall and had dinner. We had like this bake-off thing during the day. They had like this big baking session that you could do. And so we got to see who won the bake-off. And then we got to have cookies, and like, who doesn't like cookies, right? So then after that, there was some live music, and we were able to just drink and like go to the campfire and just chill out, basically. I got up the next morning and I went down to the main lodge, and the main lodge is like on the lake, and I'm not joking at all. Literally, you couldn't see the trees that were across the way. It was just all like fog and cloud and everything. So it was really, really beautiful. I'll insert a whole clip of that. After that, I went and got coffee with my friends Haley and Jenny, and then we had breakfast. And then after that, we decided to go onto a hike because it was beautiful out. It was like blue skies, sun. We were all like, why couldn't we have this weather yesterday? But what can you do about it, right? We went on this really nice hike along the road, and then we went onto a portage trail. And if you don't know, portage is like for canoeing. So when you're in a canoe and then you have to like take your canoe and carry it through a trail or over land until you get to water. So we followed a portage trail, and we were all sitting down when we got to the end of the portage trail. It was silent, and we were just looking out over the water, and then all you hear a whole bunch of beeping because everybody was going low after this like 45-minute walk, right? So we all got our low snacks, sat there for a little bit, and then we headed back to camp where they did like the final ceremonies and everything. And it was just like really bittersweet. Like, it was one of the most like amazing things that has ever happened to me. I loved going to the slipstream. The people at Connected at Motion were really nice. The staff was really nice. And just being able to be there and have like so much support from literally like 100 people that came to the camp. You didn't have to worry if you were gonna go low. People would be there to help you with like snacks. And that happened to me on Saturday. I went low 3 times, and everybody was like, do you need this? Do you need this? I got a granola bar, I've got apple juice, I've got all this. And everybody was really understanding, and I cried like 4 times because I was just overwhelmed by the amount of like joy and support. And I didn't want to come home. I wanted it to like last forever. Like, it was so nice. Another thing that was really nice is that I forget what the table was called, but it was basically just like a table where you could do like a diabetes exchange, where like you could bring old pump supplies, old CGM supplies, like meters, like literally anything to do with diabetes. You could bring your supplies there and drop them off, and then other people who needed those supplies, they could come and take them. And it was just like a nice free exchange. I think the biggest takeaway from this weekend was like how much I didn't understand about type 1, just because for the past 5 years, I've really been doing it by myself. Like, I didn't really get into the type 1 community until this year. I'm really happy that I went. If you've never been to a slipstream, I really, really strongly encourage you to go, or to go to meetups, or just to like make connections online. I met a whole bunch of other girls, like Jenny and Haley and Pamela, and Erica, and a whole bunch of other people that I would have never met if I hadn't gone to the slipstream. And I know that it might be scary going by yourself, but I went by myself and there was a whole bunch of people there. Literally everybody in my cabin, it was either their first time or they came by themselves. And for me it was both. And it was just insane and incredible, and I wish that the slipstream was like a whole week long because that would have been amazing. It felt like it went by too quickly. I just want to thank you guys all for watching this video. If you liked it, then please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram. Hit that bell icon notification if you want to be notified for when I upload a new video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!